It's me, Bree McGee. Welcome to my little corner of the world. Now, it's been a while since I made a video, around 5 years actually, and after watching a couple of YouTubers encouraging people to start their own channels, I decided to recommence mine. So it's been a while, and I'm quite nervous. Now, before I start, I will explain that I will forget and trip over my words. That's because I have a brain disorder, so I apologise for that in advance. Now, I'm in the UK, and I think everyone knows that in this country right now, it's pretty hard. We're going through some really tough times, and everyone on the TV, YouTube, everywhere is telling you how hard it is, but not many people are giving advice on how to get through it. So I'm hoping to do that today, at least a little bit. Now, I'm thoroughly enjoying the ordinary people of this country making their own videos on YouTube. I've watched lots and lots of people from different areas talking about where they live and their lives, and I'd much rather watch that over news broadcasters, politicians and the like any day. And so I thought I would try and do the same here. I live in Yorkshire, God's own county, and it's a beautiful place. And so wherever you are, I hope you can get some benefit from this. Some things I enjoy doing that really focus the mind away from what's going on in the world at the moment are these following few things. Firstly, reading. I love reading. It gets your mind off everything, it transports you into another world, and you can really get to know what's going on, and it's really interesting. So that's a really great way, I think, of getting lost in and getting your mind distracted onto something else. Another way for me is writing. I love writing. That could be stories, it could be journaling, it can be poetry, whatever you like, you can write. Anyone can write. And with journaling, for me, it's about getting my thoughts out of my head and onto paper. Of course, you can use telephone notes and things like that, but I prefer the pen and paper to do that. It said somewhere, I can't remember where, that we can only hold 5 to 7 things in our mind at one time without it going off course. So getting those things out of your mind and onto paper frees up some space and declutters the mind, so to speak. Another way that I get away from everything is to spend time in nature. Now, I can't walk very far, so I can't go for a walk each day like it's advised. But what I can do is I can sit in my garden. I enjoy listening and watching the birds, listening to and watching the birds, watching the squirrels, watching my cats play, looking at trees and plants and all those types of wonderful things that nature provides. Getting some sunshine, if we can have any. We've just come through a really rough winter, and getting some sunshine is a really big blessing. But just getting daylight and some air is really good. So even if you just can only sit outside like me, that's a really nice way to spend your spare time. And I talked before about decluttering the mind, and that leads me on to my last item, which is decluttering your living space. I've lived in a highly cluttered house, and now I live in a highly decluttered house. And I can recommend the better of the two is the decluttered house. That is a whole process I can outline in another video. There's hardly anything I don't know about decluttering. People will say it's easy to do, but it isn't. It really isn't. But I've got some really great pointers on that. I will do another video about that. But living in a house where there are no piles of things on the floor, no counters covered in stuff, no overfilled drawers that's spilling out everywhere, is a much nicer way to live. And so I highly recommend making your space making your home a beautiful place just to sit and relax, because that really, really does calm down the mind and make you feel a lot better. This is all about looking after your well-being. That word has been overused, I think, but it's a very helpful thing to do for yourself, especially when you're coping with stuff going on in the outside world. So those are the things I'd recommend. But also, try and watch other people's videos about what they're doing. They can give some really great advice, much better than what newscasters and politicians can advise, in my opinion. So that is it for now. I will be making some more videos moving forward. I'm quite nervous, so this one probably will come across a bit weird. I apologise for that. But hopefully in time it will get a bit easier. So from my little corner of the world to yours, goodbye. Bye-bye.